Class is back in session. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get to it.
It's more than a statement, it's a way of life. Celebration. Let me suggest some talking.
Shout out to everybody who provided their top Madonna songs that shocked them before the red light era. In my previous video, I'm going to put that in the description, in the end cap. If you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, right before I made this video, I did a video where I literally talked about the 5 songs prior to Red Light in the Madonna journey so far that like really shook me. Like, whoa, and shook could be good or bad, right? But I want to take some time real quick to highlight some of my faves of those comments. Shout out to QBIX2597. Empress, I've never seen you more shook up, bewitched, bothered, and bewildered. Oh, shout out to the movie. Shout out. And then the song, I think I reacted to a song too. But anyway, then when you reacted to Papa Don't Preach, shoulda, woulda, coulda made the list. All right, hold on. I'm coming. Hold on now. We might talk about that this video. But again, that's why I love y'all. Like, y'all really feel comfortable enough. Y'all can say, like, hold on, hold on. Wait a second now. Wait, girl. And, I'm here with y'all. I love that. Shout out to Finding Madonna. I think I was always shook when Madonna dropped a new song in the 90s because it was always a switch up in some way. I remember Justify My Love sounding like nothing I ever heard before. That made my list. Y'all know that. And I Remember was so different from Erotica. Ditto for Secret. It didn't even sound like her to me at first. Same with You'll See. I didn't even realize it was her when I heard it on the radio for the first time until I heard the words, You'll See. Because I knew that was the name of her new song. If I had to pick a fifth, it would probably be Take a Bow. I remember the first time I got to the end of Bedtime Stories and that chorus hit, I've always been with you. I was like, this is a fucking hit for sure. 10s across the board for Take a Bow. We already know. After Erotica, it just felt so accessible and lush and catchy. Yes, I agree. My boy Derek said I aged into Madonna in the Like a Prayer era, so I mostly can't call anything before that as a surprise, but I'll call Live to Tell the first song that I didn't think was her. Totally believable. Then Cherish. Yeah, I forgot about Cherish. Again, that's when my girl was middle of the road. Like my girl in the 80s. Or no, when I'm talking about the 80s, in the 90s, still had them songs that even grandma could bop to. All right, then Vogue. Vogue, interesting. Let's see if Vogue comes up on this list. Justify My Love, then Bedtime Stories. Yeah. Me and my boy Darnell always vibing. Boom. Xander's List. Boom. Me and my boy Lucas K. What's that? Matthew Aruda, 1823. His list. A boom. Blue Eyes 4910. Keeping some surprises for me in the future. Boom. My girl Elizabeth can't believe I wasn't clicking with I remember. Let's see, Walter. Now, Walter was one I found so fascinating. Shout out to Walter. He goes 7658. Like a Virgin. In the beginning, I found this song to be too retro sounding. I was so shocked by that because I don't remember seeing comments about Virgin sounding retro when I reacted to it. So that was so interesting to hear. Like, I love hearing kind of like I don't want to say like the general stuff people say, but yeah, the general stuff people don't say, right? So I was just Walter. I was living for this when I saw this. So different from anything that was popular on the radio at the time. And again, context, I'm listening to it again, 30, 40 years later in isolation from, the popular songs at the time. So I didn't even put like those two things together. So that's interesting. And my boy Walter said, I remember thinking, why is she changing her sound? Literally, I mean, I feel like Walter, me and you would have had the same reaction if I was alive in 84, which I would have been like, man, what our girl doing? What? She done popped out. Crazy for you. I couldn't even recognize her because of her vocal style on this song. I can see that. Leaning down, and the music starts. One by one, body become one. That girl was singing. Down, down. Live to tell. This was the first time of me to come that I went, what is this Madonna? Listen, I already know. Like that production was just clean. And there's no disrespect now because them like a Virgin productions, they were clean too. They were slapping. But this was like a different type of clean, a more sophisticated type of clean. Again, I already talked about how Live to Tell was shocking to me. So I'm not about to do all that again. But I get what you saying, Walter. Justify My Love, we vibing. I'm with you. With this one, I went, what the hell am I listening to? I like, literally, I feel like, again, it's just so like, what? It's crazy. But not in a bad or good way necessarily. I agree. I simply had never heard anything like it at the time. Not in the mainstream radio and TV anyway. Believable. Even though I ended up liking it, I remember thinking, I hope she knows what she is doing. Ooh, my boy Walter, like, I hope this girl ain't going off the deep end. I hope this girl ain't about to do erotica. That's the deep end, right? But romance. Not so much for the lyrical content, but mostly because of the drastic shift into a weird and off the mark style. My boy Walter was concerned. A good reason, but she flew above on that one. And then almost all the songs on erotica. The only songs on this album I found to have a typical Madonna sound were Bad Girl, Rain, and Deeper, sort of. Walter, I feel like we here. The rest of the album, I was like, the hell? I mean, talk about not radio friendly music. Yeah, like I think I said that in the album review. What was the grandma song? I don't think it was a grandma song on erotica, but we know Madonna was cranking out those sleepers later. What I remember now. What's the other one? This used to be my playground. And y'all totally, I forgot who it was. But somebody definitely called them Karen Carpenter tees. Appreciate you for that. Because now I can't hear that song without hearing We've only just begun to live. And that song slap though. Wow, listen, I ain't going in on Karen Carpenter. That song slap. Anyway, today, Walter thinks erotica is her absolutely most sophisticated work ever. Interesting. All right, honorable mention. Y'all, I already called this one in my top 5. Human Nature. I was not a fan of this TLC sounding type of music. Not at all. Dang, my boy Walter was like, I ain't got time for creep. Yeah, baby. None of that. Walter said, not up in here. But lo and behold, in time, this song became one of my all-time favorite. Yeah, because Madonna was talking her ish. She was like, did I say something wrong? Oops, I didn't know we couldn't talk about sex. Phew, I must have been crazy. I wish, like, Madonna at the time, it's just gonna sound crazy, but I wish she was like, F it. I'm about to drop Human Nature, first single. But again, I don't think that would have fared over well with the public, right? I feel like she needed to drop a secret first. You know what I mean? Them folks, like, the girl would have been canceled. Like, who does she think she is? Yeah. And yes, the uber badass video sealed the deal for me. I agree, Walter. Like, again, I saw the video before I even started the journey. And literally, I was impressed with Madonna. Like, whoa, the choreography was really clean there. The video, it was, what do you want to say, titillating and entertaining, right? It was Madonna essentials. Okay. Shout out to my boys, Dwayne 313, Snazzy Dre. I'm talking about they had the realest comments of them all. Thank you for this. This is a great reminder of why you're not only the best Madonna reactor on YouTube, but you're the best music reactor, period. Yes, my boy come through. Nothing but a word. We always a vibe twin. All right, my boy Snazzy Dre, what he say? Day 1. So happy you're back. I'm so happy I'm back too. Come on, let's hug it on in. Boom. But anyway, so what's so interesting is some of the songs that y'all actually mentioned on this list are about to appear right here on this list. So I'm about to do this in order of albums, up until Ray of Light. So this doesn't mean like the first song is my like favorite or the last song is my least favorite. No. It's just, I'm just going in chronological order from the albums. And what we're going to do right now is, talk about the songs that I feel 10 songs up until Ray of Light that I feel are underrated. It might need a little justice or just a reminder of like, why they are the ish. Okay. So before we hop into all of that, which is technically a non-song, that's why I couldn't bring it up in this list, I'm about to give an honorable mention to. This should have been on that first album. It's fit right in with everybody and physical attraction. It got this. I love this song. I'm about to give this demo a 10, right? The demo, cause this song is slapping, man. I'm like, what? I just love everything about it. I like the whole. Oh, you made my life much brighter, baby. Let's go. You made my life much brighter, baby. Yeah, you made my life much brighter, baby. Should have been a single. Should have been on Madonna 83. Man, that song still slap, okay? It had all the ingredients. I feel like it would have been a hit. And I still feel like it should have been on the album instead of I Know It. I'm going to skip it, right? Not adding it to the playlist. Album filler. Better demos. But alright, speaking of Madonna 83, let's start there. So, underrated track from this album, I feel like is this is the song that made me say I want to buy the album. Boom, I would have bought this song. Soon as Madonna started talking her shit, I would have been like, oh, yeah, let me buy this, right? Oh, that guitar line and the synth brass just in that thing. Physical attraction. Them right, they just gave her that extra physical attraction. Ooh. Happy to see that this song reached number 3 dance club songs. It matched the image on the album and the energy was there, even though you're not for real. But see, that's why I like Madonna early on, right? Madonna like, hey, look, I see the plot. I know you fake. I know you're not for real, but it's physical. It's physical attraction, right? And she was vulnerable on the dance floor with the, you're confusing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how revered it is in the Madonna community, but it's definitely, I feel like, underrated. And yeah, I want to give some justice to physical attraction today. Criminal. This is criminal. This song should have been on the Immaculate Collection, period. You must be an angel. Hey. Period. So this is the first time we got a taste of that lower register, right? Ooh, okay. Now Angels give me something to work with. Okay. I like where Madonna's singing at, a little lower in the chest voice, not completely lower, but ooh, you're an angel. It's smooth, it's sleek. Ooh, yeah, I like it. I believe that dreams come true, 'cause you came when I wish for you. Whoa, Madonna just made me buy that record. Right now. Boom. That I believe that dreams come true. That little register just get me going. It give me life. Ooh, you're an angel, baby. Yes, Madonna, give me that power. Alright, let's go. It's a legit hit. It reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Not the dance chart, the hotness, the most popular pop chart of them all. And see, if I was interviewing Madonna, like these are the type questions I'd be asking Madonna. Like, what's the beef with Angel, sis? Like, why wasn't on that Immaculate Collection? What's going on? Get a laugh in the beginning. Justice for Angel. Again, it was a legit hit. Not even my opinion at this point. The American public had spoken. You know what I'm saying? But drop in the comments down below. Has Madonna ever performed Angel? It wasn't on the Virgin tour. It wasn't on the True Blue tour, or was it the You Can Dance tour, or was it was called? Y'all know what tour I'm talking about. It wasn't on the Blind Ambition tour. It wasn't on the what's the rocker tour? What was that tour? The sex tour? No, it wasn't the sex show. What was that tour called, y'all? Something show. Anyway, it wasn't on that either. So the next tour we get in the 2000s, and she, ooh, you're an angel. We gonna hear Angel then. Drop them comments down below. But again, no spoilers. I don't want it. No set list, just a yay or a nay. That's all I need. The next song, oh my gosh. Ooh, I remember just loving this song from the first time I heard it. The raw emotion, the youthfulness, and also just learning that Madonna herself was the sole writer just made me like so endeared to this song even more. Plus, it lends itself to just the type of music I would like to think Madonna grew up on, right? And not to mention, our girl was out here doing straight up doo-wop tracks up in the 80s, right? Shoo-Bee-Doo-Bee-Doo. Hey, Shoo-Bee-Doo-Bee-Doo, baby. When I look in your eyes, baby, is what I see. I can't listen. That little Rich was trying to come all up and through that like a Virgin album, right? I see so much confusion that is killing me. My girl says, killing me, boy. Come on now. And then, oh, let's not even sleep on that little run at the end. Another missed opportunity. Shoo-Bee-Doo could have been cool up in the Virgin tour. Just like a little interlude. We didn't even need the full song. We just need, a quick little verse chorus. 1, 2, 3, we out of there. Right. Boom. That would have been nice. But hey, justice for Shoo-Bee-Doo. The last thing I love about Shoo-Bee-Doo was that, like, literally, and I forgot who it was. I'm sorry. Somebody in the previous video of the shocking moments mentioned why they loved, I think maybe it was Lucas actually, why they loved Love Don't Live Here Anymore, and how it kind of shocked them, right? Because the range she was showing. I feel like, this song, again, it didn't shock me, but I feel like it actually showed, like, Madonna's range and, like, oh, I'm not a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do dance, and, I'm over here singing, old school soul ballads. You abandoned me. And now I'm about to do some doo-wop-wop. Papa. Love it. Confusion. Oh man, shoot. It looked like Virgin is taking over this list, right? So this song. Another question. When was the last time Madonna performed this song live? So this also wasn't on the Immaculate Collection, even though it was a legit hit. The reason why I feel like this song is underrated is based on that single note. Toes. Like, again, I'm asking the question, Madonna, who told you to sing from your head down to your toes? Like, who told you to do that, girl? Drop them comments down below. Or, I'm talking to Madonna, so don't drop the comments down below. But this is the type of stuff I want to know. Like, I went crazy when I heard that part of the song. And also, the wordplay on this song is ridiculous, right? Feel the silky touch of my caresses. They will keep you looking so brand new. Like, come on, let me cover you with them velvet kisses. Like, what? And then, shout out to that background, that song, to the what? Shout out, and I think this is the first time I'm doing this album. Shout out to that background, that was nice before she went to that chorus of just you my love. And she sounds really good. I get where the song is going, right? So she's talking about you got style. That's what all the girls say. She's like, okay, you got the style, but I'm gonna just you my love. Okay, I like that. That's cute. And again, that bass is slapping, okay? Let's go. The bone I had to pick with Virgin album was that I did not like the stiff male background singers on that album. I like the first album with Tina B. them, Gwen Guthrie, ain't nothing going on but the rain. Shout out to Gwen.
Bill collectors at my door.
Whoa. Okay. But them girls was bringing them borderline, you know what I'm saying? You may be a lucky star. Them girls was on the background. Then later on, I feel like Madonna herself was like, yeah, like I need some girl singers. And then that's when Nikki and Donna came into the fold, right? Like I just feel like women bring another warmth and a depth to Madonna, like supporting her, versus with the men, it was just like, yeah, bang, and not much radio, just stiff, you know what I mean? But they was all right with the was. How many of y'all got in trouble if y'all were little kids when the Virgin album came out? Your mom caught you singing that all over your body. All right, so the next song here. Remember my original reaction to the song. Y'all references like how shocked I was. And I was literally shocked because this song is so good. And the reason why I left off the shocked list is because I want to put it on this list. Like, I feel like Papa Don't Preach is such a good song, right? Even though, you know what I'm saying, it's a #1 hit. Yes, it was on the Immaculate Collection. I still feel like, ironically, like, is people kind of overlook like this song in a huge way, right? Like, just again, the way like those strings just came in rushing into panic at the opening. Like, okay, something is happening. And then again, like I said, like Madonna proved to me she can act on this track, right? The girl's in her late 20s convincing me that I'm listening to, you know, a teenage girl having a conversation with her daddy, right? She's nervous, yet she's strong in her stance on keeping her baby. But it's that line in the song. What she be like? She like, daddy, 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 if you could only see. like, oh, snap. Like, girl, on the real, your daddy know this boy is no good. He's some trash. But, you know, even she herself, I felt like was going back and forth with like, okay, this fool really, he talking about he want to start a family, but like, is he really going to commit? Yeah, no. But, you know what I'm saying? My girl said, I'm keeping my baby. Right? And like, just also love like how at that point in her career, like she dared to sing a song like that, right? And that's still like, you know, and I feel like teenage pregnancy will always be taboo, right? Because in reality, it's kind of like, yeah, like we don't want children to be having children, but it's a real reality. It happens, right? Because again, when people are doing the most exploring in life, right? Finding out like what they like, what's happening. Oops happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. And unfortunately, sometimes it's that first time around that oops happens. And, you know, I feel like everybody went to a school with a girl and she had that oops baby. And, you know, she had it. And hey, I feel like, you know, again, at the end of the day, like Madonna literally was not cringy. I feel like this song still holds up to this day. And like literally I'm just getting goosebumps thinking about how good of a song Papa Don't Preach is. So I just feel like it's underrated. It's underrated. If I was to have a Madonna top 5, this is definitely in there. All right, now this one might be a little controversial. Y'all could be like, Empress, why do you think this song underrated, girl? How, what? But I'm about to say it. You got to. Y'all just let me throw up 10s. That's for the song. Should have been on the album. That's all I got to say. When I do the album review, don't be mad with me because this is not on the album. The Shep mix, I feel like, is underrated, right? And first of all, before I even move forward, I still can't get over this single cover. Like, what? Talking about different Madonna, huh? Anywho, so I feel like my boy Shep did his thing, right? He lifted the funk from that the original version, you know, with that lame sax, right? Alright, let me pause it. I don't know yet, y'all. I don't know. Like the horns, I'm not really feeling like give me true booties. So not really feeling the horns, but I will say again, Madonna's vocals, right? Especially coming off of that Who's That Girl tour, I can hear that kind of don't go for second best, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like she pushing her vocals to the limit right there. Catchy chorus, but I don't know, like if I'm feeling the beat, right? And just to find a whole new sound from Madonna, like Shep versions sound like nothing that's on Like a Prayer. And this song might, in fact, I feel like might be the single most important song in Madonna catalog because it literally like ushered in a whole new sound, took her out of the 80s into the 90s. Like it's sleek, it's smooth, it's rhythmic, it's fun. You know what I mean? Tears across the board for the song, tears across the board for the video. It just slaps, right? I would have been requesting on MTV. Yeah, play that. Express yourself. No weak horns, please. No weak horns. It was not needed, and this song proved that. And don't let us get on the lyrical content, right? Like it embodies just so much confidence, like the advice and the coolness, like everything that we loved about Madonna up until this point in the journey. Like I feel like is exemplified and amplified on this Shep mix, right? My girl was pushing P and she was keeping it P for real, right? Like that line, what is it? So if the time isn't right, then move on, right? Like, yeah, what you doing, girl? Don't go for second best, baby. My girl said, have some respect, right? Tell them folks to put some respect on your name. Don't you know you are, girl? You gotta keep it P, keep it moving. So again, express yourself. I'm gonna put it on the list. The list of underrated songs, the Shep version only. Okay. So this one right here also might be controversial, but I'm just going to throw in the whole I'm Breathless soundtrack in here minus Vogue, cause I feel like Vogue definitely get its flowers, like the hype and the respect it deserves, right? Like Vogue was a whole movement, right? Still, I feel like iconic. I feel like nobody's ever sleeping on Vogue. Like I feel like nobody's ever coming for the song or the video. Like it's literally nothing you can say flawless, right? Everything from production to the look to the vocals, everything was A1. But I'm Breathless, the soundtrack. Let's a whole different kind of vibe, right? A more sexy, sultrier. Alright, so like right now in my head, I see Betty Grable, right? Chorus girls. Betty Grable doing her little dances. Who could ask for anything more? I hear your query. Right? Like, again, this album, with all said and done, like, literally, it is spot on for, like, the era in which it's portraying. And, again, it's, like, just mind-blowing, like, Madonna's doing this. Alright, anyway, let's go.
Just cause you got a halo, don't mean that you can buy.
It's like it's cool, and then the little snaps happening, right? Has like kind of New Jack flair, right? Which is cool. I see them guys on the horns, like they did their thing for real. I think I detected like some slight double entendres, right? Give me a half an inch, I'll take a mile. When I put out, or it's like the bananas, right? It's that like in reference to dick, you know what I mean? And I love the reference. Shout out to Ella Fitzgerald. Tasket, he lost his yellow basket. That was cool. Let me guess. If this song is in the movie, she's just like Carmen Miranda or something. I feel like Madonna has always been this breathless character. Like even though I haven't seen the movie, like I'm hearing like the voice that she's doing, and she's been doing that voice. You could say as early as that Virgin tour, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like this character was always inside of her. And I'm excited to see the movie. It's so interesting to hear it done in this way. It's something, again, the journey shocks. I would never thought. Interesting. Okay, so boy, we get it. 19, what, 40s, 30s, what this movie's supposed to be set in? Okay, that's cool. Hanky panky. Just spank me. And I'm like instantly, I was like, see, y'all was hating on Jimmy, Jimmy, oh, Jimmy, Jimmy. But Jimmy was kind of giving life to I'm Breathless, right? All right, shout out to the horns. Shout out to the girls in the background. Hanky panky. All right, so y'all see me. I threw up 10s for this, right? Again, understanding the concept of this album and understanding even with like the bells and whistles of the 30s and 40s, this song is like so Madonna. So I'm throwing it up 10s across the board. Like it. Now here we are, starting a new decade, the 90s, 1984. She said, "Gonna rule the world." What will the 90s have in store? Woo! My hands are shaking. I'm Breathless. Ooh, I love that album title, right? Can insinuate multiple things at multiple times. And let's just take a minute to look at this album cover for the soundtrack. It is giving me life, right? It's setting up, I think, the mood of how we supposed to feel. So this is gonna give us some old Hollywood glam, pin-up girl. That's probably go hard. With the keys ending the song out, I think that was very smart. It gave the song like this kind of ultra hunting quality, right? And that's what I mean by it sounded contemporary, but it had elements of the past in it, which I really like. And contrary to popular opinion, I actually like Madonna doing ballads, but this is a perfect example of the kind of ballad I like. A ballad that's like structure with some melody. And shout out to like having no background. I ain't hear no background. Something to remember. And you said love yourself. Woo, that's hunting words, right? Yeah, y'all said we throw it up. Contrary to popular belief too, I am throwing up 10s for this album. 10s across the board. I remember the first time I saw Sooner or Later the Oscar performance. I said, like, what was this? Y'all drop me some comments below. Like, was this a special theme at the Oscars that year? I feel like I'm Breathless, the album, is the most controversial album in Madonna's discography so far, right? And I say that because it's one either you love or you hate, right? There are so many people like, man, skip this, okay? So many people like, I didn't even buy this track, you know what I'm saying? I just know, oh. It's interesting to me because as I've been on a journey and like, of course, learning about Madonna, I've noticed that for as much as she was a trendsetter, progressive, right? Pushing the boundaries, etc. Ironically to me and weirdly to me too, it's like in a retro kind of bag, right? And when I say bag, I mean like I can't think of a better word to say. It's like, and let me explain what I mean by that. So it's like we get a glimpse of this retroness happening with her as early as what the Live to Tell video, right? I think it's the first time we've seen like this retro Madonna. But I mean, we can even say kind of like that whole Desperately Seeking Susan era was kind of like retro in a sense, right? Wearing like vintage cars from like the thrift store, right? So making vintage new again, right? Shiny and new like a virgin. All right, anyway. So right, and then like Live to Tell, we see her like the kind of Veronica Lake wave hair happening, right? She's dressed very like 1950s modestly, right? And then that whole True Blue era is like this throwback to the 1950s, along with Who's That Girl, right? It's kind of 1950s meets 1980s, right? And then we get like the ultimate like Hollywood glamour girl and express yourself, right? And then we get this big, I'm breathless, Vogue, Dick Tracy era, which again is still all reminiscent of the past. So I find it very interesting, like for her again to be such a person who was moving the needle forward. she was like reaching back into the past to do that, if that makes sense. I wouldn't expect that on this journey. I think this charted as well already, right? This is a different sound than the 80s and I love it, right? It sounds different but on the same kind of wave as Vogue. Shep produced this and I love that. It's like a flute or something, whatever. I'm here for it. Let's go. Whoa, the Lord registers on fire here, okay? I already threw up 10s across the board already, right? That rescue me, right? It's coming from the depths. I could definitely see Breathless, right, in this song, and I'm wondering, and probably most likely it was recorded around the same era as the Breathless album. And I'm cracking up because she really is talking. And y'all know I love when Madonna talk on the track. So y'all know I got to throw up tears. Let's go. I haven't heard Madonna sound this soulful since the first album. And I told y'all when I was watching some of the footage, I feel like Nicki was good for Madonna, like good competition, good kind of like put her up on her game. And did that song from the group, I believe in the power of love. I believe. I'm guessing that song had already come out by this point. Madonna doing her own spin on it. She sounds great here. I'm like, this probably one of my Madonna top 10 right now. And what I really love about this song is I haven't heard a song of hers that sound like this, but I hear other elements of other songs like a prayer toward the end with the church. And I also hear like that Sam Cooke, that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. Right? Yeah, this song is fire. Like, I'm blown away for real. I wasn't expecting this. If this is how Madonna kicking off the 90s, I'm here for it. Well, she already kicked off with Vogue, so I've been here for that. This is definitely fire bop, 10s across the board. I love Rescue Me. Y'all mentioned as well. This was another one where it was kind of like, whoa, Empress, this didn't make the shock list. Like, you were so shocked when you heard the song. And it was shocked in a good way. Rescue Me is just like, I just love it, right? Even I'm talking. I mean, right? Like, I believe in the power of love. Like, it's just such a good song. And yeah, I feel like maybe it's a song people overlook when it comes to Madonna, but it's a vibe. Oh, okay. So this one came up a lot on the last list of shock Madonna songs that shocked me, right? My baby's got a secret. Whoo, fire. Okay, I'm already ready to throw up 10s already, right? She had me with that guitar that right? You hear from it. I'm loving kind of like the double vocal. It sounds like I'm here, right? I'm loving the lower register, right? My baby's got a secret. Yeah, right? I'm here for it, okay? And then I love the kind of switch up of we went from the strumming of the guitar to this sound, all right? Let's go, I'm here for it. Don't let them lines until I learn to love myself. What she say? I must never love nobody else. Okay, let's go. This is hard. All right, y'all, it's official. This is a fire pop. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in 10s mid song. Let's go. Something's coming over. If this song went over y'all head the first time y'all heard it, but I had to listen to Secret a couple of times, right? I've come to appreciate about Madonna, honestly, like when she in her writing bag and she's writing for real, like she's dropping jewels. She is optimistic, right? Like, again, a song I would never put on any list over and over. But I just love like her optimism, even that early on in her career, right? I get up again, over and over, right? Like she was out here just saying some real true stuff. And this song, again, another song that came up a lot in the comments was like a prayer on the songs that shocked me list. About the spirituality aspect. This song too, I feel like is a very spiritual song also. And literally I still don't know what was Buddy's secret. You know, like what was the secret? But again, you know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody start humming on the track like Stray saying, know it's about to be good. Listen, she was just dropping gems. Boom. Then, okay, so just to round out this list, this is also a song that came up a lot on the other list of shock songs. But a song I feel is underrated.
I've always been in love with you.
Oh, man. All right, y'all. For real, I'm getting emotional right now. The last time I got emotional listening to a track this syrupy sweet, it was Vanessa's Williams. Save the best for last. Whoa. Okay, so this song is it's not even over yet. Minute 50 in, right? And it's very smooth, right? To come on, the melodic tone. Heard a lot of the sweetening with the strings. Right? But y'all, the reason why I'm getting emotional, and shout out to everybody who been a part of the Madonna journey since the beginning. I feel like y'all know what I'm about to say right now. Okay, so I'm listening to it, right? Madonna. I've always been in love with you. Woo-hoo! What am I thinking? Y'all know. The Lord Register tease, right? The first time we heard that, it was, you must be an angel. and y'all, right now, it's like my girl done graduated, right? Like, the Lord Register is Lord Registering, right? It's so smooth and it's just like, ooh, and then I'm listening to the lyrics, right? I've always been in love with you. Like it's unrequited love story or something, right? And then let me say, shout out to the background, right? I think this is Babyface. Wasn't really feeling his vocals on Forbidden Love. But this time around, y'all, I'm gonna let the song play out, but I think I might be ready to throw him up. Let's finish. Another controversial tape, maybe. So again, I know this was a huge hit. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the biggest hit of her career to date, and rightfully so, right? I think this is underrated because people forget how good the song is just because, they probably heard it so much. But this song right here is some different type of heat, right? And as a listener in the journey and as a fan, like hearing this song the first time almost made me cry because locally our girl had like graduated. She had came such a long way, and here she was just carrying this plush ballad. I've always been in love with you. It's like just so silky smooth, right? And not only that, Madonna being a great singer in the sense of, and I think all of y'all would agree with this, the way she emotes, right? It's the take on night is over, the masquerade is getting older, lights are low, the curtains down, there's no one here. But it's the way she sings, I've always been in love with you. It's like, dang, was my girl playing the fool? And then she said, guess you've always known you to. Oh, I was like, God dang. Like, again, the way she was able to pull out those lyrics is just so awesome. And Babyface accompanying her on the back with the backing vocals, right? A1. The public did sleep on this song then, and I hope they don't sleep on it now because it's just such a delight. But hey, anyway, boom, that was my 10 underrated Madonna songs. Drop the comments down below. What are your 10 underrated songs you feel like, hold up, wait a minute, people just don't put enough respect on this track for me? And again, nothing real light era and beyond, right? We just at a beater, right? I mean, some of y'all might put Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. But anyway, drop those comments down below. Y'all know I always love to chat it up. Also, before we, and again, Edgar, I'm not afraid of no real light era. I don't even know what I'm about to get into. I'm not postponing it, but everybody keep on saying, "Oh, it's such a shift. It's so different." Da, da, da. So I'm like, okay, let's kind of go back and recap a little bit. Is there any other like ranking y'all want to see? Drop the comments down below. Like, what y'all want to do? Like videos. What y'all think? Drop the comments down below. Best TV live performances. Drop them comments down below. What y'all want to see? Top 5, something like that. Drop the comments down below. Yeah. Again, it's been one hell of a ride, and yeah, we still locked in and riding. All right, guys. Hope everybody's out there feeling good, staying safe. I'll see you guys next time.